Hi friends and welcome to my channel. So today we are start with a new series. They ask me how to create an inventory system. So I think we can do this in just one episode if we want it. But I want to go slow and explain everything better. And also I want to cover more stuff, not only just the inventory. For example, I want to cover also how to use items, how to equip stuff. For example, if you have a weapon, you have a helmet, or you have armor, clothing, anything we have in the inventory, how to equip it in the character also. So we want to allow the code to cover. Also, I want to use keys to open doors, things like that. Also, items from the is we need it for the mission. So probably I want to add also how to add missions in this template, so that way we can have everything in the same template. So that's why I want to do a mini series. But if you guys wanted more stuff in this series, I can always come back and make this a really long series if you want it. So okay, so the first we're gonna need a few stuff. First, I start with a third person template, and also when I started content. I just start when I started content just for have something to look at, but it's not really necessary. But for me, I like to put something to pick it up. Also, I choose the third person template just because if we want to do the equip system, it's more easy to see in the character if you have a helmet or you have boots or you have something like, I don't know, weapons in the bag, thing like that. So that's why I use in the third person template. But you can do this exactly the same for the third person template. The only difference, you don't need to make this stuff equipment really in the character. For example, you don't want to have the weapon in the back in the third person because they don't want to see it, so there's no point to have something to render behind you. So that's why I choose third person, just for see it better, but you can use exactly to the third person. Okay, so let's start it. So right now it's an empty project, we don't have nothing, only my name, that's it. So let's start coding. So we need a new folder to put everything together. So new folder. Also, I want to do this for beginning players also, so that way if you don't know how to make code, things like that, they're gonna be easy. This stuff. Also, I want to explain the best I can, so it's more not so confusing sometimes because it's already complicated inventory system. Okay, so let's call this inventory system. Also, I like to change the color so it's more easy for me to see it. Right now, it's not really matter because it's on a few folders, but in the project, you're gonna have probably 1,000 of these ones. So that's fine for me. So let's open this and let's create the stuff we want to put in the screen. So we're gonna need user interface. So let's go to widget blueprint, user widget, and let's call this DP hot widget. Remember the DP is for Daniel Pintado. You can put whatever you like, but for me, it's to know I create this widget or blueprint or stuff. So that's why I put always DP. Okay, so let's open this. So let's put it here. So this is gonna be the screen of the character. So let's put a canvas here. So we can put whatever we want here. So we need to think first what we want to put in the HUD. I want to use the HUD for everything in the game. So that's for me the best thing to do it, because if you do it like a lot of people does, they have too many widgets put inside, on off, destroy widget, open widget, that create widget, that is really bad related for performance, because Unreal don't have really something to delete all this stuff. You can remove from parent, but it's still gonna be in the game. Yeah, I know they have a code that said like remove for garbage and things like that, but sometimes when you have too many things, they're gonna like a glitch sometimes. So you don't want that thing. So it's better have everything in just one widget. And that way, because you don't need more than one widget in the game, really, you can put everything in the same widget. So let's do it lightweight. So let's put the inventory on one side. I probably want to put it in the left. So let's put here, we can put here, we can do a size box, so that way we have something to play with. So this gonna be the inventory, so let's put it, maybe I want to do it in the top, but let's anchor this to the corner here. Okay, so let's open this a little bit, maybe like this, so that way we have here the inventory. Maybe you want to more big this, you can add it more, but I want to do something really small. I don't know, so we can put here a better numbers here, so let's put here more round, so like 30, no, 30 is too close. Let's put 40 here, let's put like 80, so that way it's more clean. And here let's put exactly 400, and here 700, so that way is, for me, it's look better here. Okay, so let's compile and save. Let's put this to is a variable so we can modify later, and let's call this inventory background to know this the inventory. So let's compile and save. So we're gonna do everything inside here, so we're gonna need another canvas for that. So let's do canvas, so let's put this inside the side box, so we have here another canvas to put everything we wanted, really. So let's put now the we can put color if we want it. So yeah, let's do some color. So let's go to put a border. You can use an image if you want, it's fine. So let's do it here in the canvas, and in the border they're gonna anchor to everything, and let's put this to 0 and 0, so that way cover all the canvas. Okay, so let's change the color to something more like black probably, and also the alpha let's put like 0.5, so that way have something to look through, so they don't look that black. Okay, so let's okay. And the padding, what is this? That's my galaxy update, that's okay. So here let's put the padding, we can put this to 0, we don't need padding at all. So okay, so let's compile and save. So let's put everything here. So we're gonna need a text if you want to put a name here. Let's put a small text, so let's put it inside the canvas, and this one gonna be anchored to here. We want to put here inventory, we want to be in the middle. Yes, so this gonna be 0, so that way we have the middle. Yeah, the shadow offset they're gonna be 0 and 0 because we don't have to this offset for the shadow, so that's fine. So I think that's it. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so the alignment we can do it more correctly, like 0.5, so 0.5, so that way exactly in the middle. So let's go to y little down to have it more in the middle, so let's record it to 20, so we have the name. So compile and save. So now we have the inventory. So the next we want to need is the buttons, so let's create the buttons. So let's put the button, beauty. Okay, so let's put in here inside the canvas panel all these ones. So this is the big we wanted, so let's see if we do it like how we can do the 100. I think it's too big, but we can test it out. So let's put it 100, let's put it something like here. Yeah, so let's anchor this to here. Yeah, also it's better to put it in the it's okay, we can do it in the middle, so that way we have everything in the same anchor. Okay, so let's move this to something like that. This one is gonna be -300, so it's more easy to calculate. Okay, so we have one of these, so let's change the color because we don't want it this way. So we can first let's change the name. So let's put this slot 1 maybe. So we have the slot 1, and we're gonna need stuff inside, so we can do an overlay if we want it. So let's see, overlay inside the box, so we can have all the stuff we wanted here. So we want to cover almost everything. So the padding, let's put 0, so we don't need no padding at all. So we can put everything inside this button really. So in this slot for now, let's change the color to the background color. I want to be again all black, so we have something. And maybe we want it also over to have something to look through. I don't know, let's put like 0.5. We can always go back to this if we want it. Okay, so let's compound save, and we're gonna need here a image. So you have image, so we can put it inside the overlay, and this image they're gonna cover also everything. So we have here the item we wanted. That's cool. We want to leave it blank right now because I don't have nothing yet. So also we can add here everything we wanted. For example, a number, we can do that also. So let's change this name to item image, so we know it's the item image. Also we're gonna need text if we have yeah. So let's do the overlay, and this one they're gonna be a number. So I want to do it this to the right and the bottom. So, and also the justification I want to be to the right, so that way we have it here. Let's see how they look. So let's put here a number. For example, the maximum number I want is gonna be 3 digits, so let's put like 999, so that way how they look. So also we're gonna need a different color, of course. So what color we want it? So we can do some kind of green. We can do green. Yeah, let's do it green. So let's do it like this. So we have the number. Yeah, so let's go to the font and let's change this a little bit. So Roboto is fine. Bold, that's gonna be light, so it's more clean to have it, and also a little more small. So let's be 18 maybe. They look cool, but probably 15. Yeah, we can play with this later. So they're gonna be like this. Okay, so let's compile and save, and let's see how this looking. Okay, so let's go back to the third person. If you go to play, you don't see nothing at all because we don't create it yet. So let's close this, and let's go back to the third person folder, and here let's go to blueprints, and we're gonna use this stuff. First, let's change the name of this one. So rename this. Well, we're gonna leave it like that for now. So let's go to the character. I want to rename this character because I hate that name. So I'm gonna put this DP main character blueprint, because we want to have more than one character, so that way we can play with different characters, because I want to show you also that how to change character, thing like that, so you know already how to do this. So let's open this, and we have all this stuff. So let's save it, and let's clean this a little bit because it's always this inside. So let's remove all this stuff. We can put yeah, I like to just go to here. Let's collapse this, put this camera input, so we have it like this. So let's delete all this stuff, put in here. This gonna do the same. Yeah, so let's collapse like this to movement input, so we have everything together. ed is for jump. This is probably fine for now, so let's get out of there. So let's do it like this. We're gonna need jump maybe. So okay, so here let's collapse this and let's put this begin play. I leave this event out so it's more easy to see it is the gameplay. That's the only reason really. Okay, so let's open here and let's separate this because I want to do this, but if it's not working I still want to do stuff, so that's way it's better to put here sequence, if I spell it right. So sequence, oh my, sequence. So we have this first and the next we're gonna be all our code. Okay, so from here we want to create a widget. Create widget, so we create it and let's call it, we name it dp hot widget, exactly. So let's go like here and we want to promote this to a variable and let's call it dp hot widget. So that's gonna be the reference and we want to add to the viewport, so that way we have it always. So this is fine, so we create it in the beginning place, so we have it the reference all the time. So that's it. So let's compile and save. Let's go play. So now we have our inventory live in the left. So I think it's really cool to see it there. So let's make this to appear and disappear on the screen, so later we can continue to add it, all the stuff we're gonna need it. Okay, so let's create an input for that. So we're using this enhance input, so let's do this one. So let's find this one, so it's more easy to go here and let's create a new input. So that's gonna be an input boolean, so I believe this jump is already boolean. Yes, so we can duplicate this, it's more faster. So let's duplicate, let's leave it the same name, but in here let's call this inventory. So that means it's the inventory, so we can open it if we have the same like the jumping really. So let's save it and let's go to input, let's go to EMC default, and here let's create a new mapping. So this one they're gonna be the inventory we created. So and let's put here the button we want it. So in this case I want to use the I. So there's gonna be the inventory for the keyboard, and also I want to show you how to use the gamepad for this. So let's go another one, and this one they're gonna be probably the this one I believe the how do they call it here, back, I don't know. So we can use this for the inventory. So let's close these ones. Okay, so let's save it and close. So let's go back to the main character blueprint, and here let's go to the event graph and let's put here the inventory. So let's put this together. So now let's call it inventory. So we have here the input, so let's put it here, and we want to do all the code here, right? So okay, so let's compile and save. So for doing this we want to do something more nice. So let's go to the hot widget and we want to select the inventory background. That's why I have it everything here, so we have all inside the side box, or we can call it side box. Let's call it side box, maybe it's better. Size, so that one, I don't know, we can put it like this, and we want to all this stuff go by default. We want to do invisibility to collapse. So collapse is the same like hiding, almost. The hiding is still there, but you can see it. But collapse is remove this outside to the canvas so you can click in it. So that's why I prefer use collapse. So that way we have everything collapse. If you go, let's put it like this. If you go play, now is don't see anymore, so that's fine. So we can just trigger that by pressing the button to change the visibility, but I want to do something more professional. So let's go to add animation for this. So let's create animation. Let's call this, I don't know, show inventory, for example. We can select show inventory. Let's go to a track. Let's go to inventory size, and here we want to use a few stuff here. So first, let's move this guy. So what is this guy? Remember, it's a 4080. And we can move this around. So let's move it to, oops, I forgot the X and the Y I wanted. So let's put this outside so we don't see it. Okay, so let's compile and save. So let's go to animation again, and here we want to do a track. So we want to wait, select this one, yes, track. We want to use transform. Yeah, so in here let's put it like this, so we have everything in that one, or probably the transform. Yeah, transform is okay. So let's select this one. So oops, why did, okay, so after 1 second I want to be this transform to be, oh my god, 40. So let's go back to animation. Why this is working so weird? Okay, so let's go like back here, animation. It's funny. Okay, so let's put here minus 500, for example. There you go. It's okay. Maybe it's too much. Let's go to animation. Let's put here minus 100. Yeah, this working different. Okay, so let's leave it like that. Maybe less. Let's go 0. How it is? 0 is fine. Oh yes, true, because we use this offset. Sorry. So let's go like this. So now when you go like 1 second, I want to have, let's open this to here. So after 1 second, let's put this to 100. Not enough, so let's go to 500. I think it's almost there. So 550, no, 430. Yeah, they're gonna be okay. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so we have these ones. So after 1 second, they're gonna be like this. I think is fine for me. Yeah. So let's see it again. So let's do it like this. Or we can do like a bumping. Let's go like that. So let's go to 540, and let's do just a little bit. Let's this one like this. Always like to give me a pain here, so let's go like this. Okay, yeah, here let's put this back to 530. So let's see how they look. Yep, I think this look cool enough. So let's compile and save everything. Okay, so let's go to graph designer. Let's close this, and let's create a new custom event, and let's create this start inventory. I don't know how to call it, or start animation. Maybe let's inventory anim. I don't know, we can call it like this. So let's drag this show inventory. You want to play animation. Also, let's call this different. Maybe gonna be open inventory. That's a lot better. They have more sense. And also, let's create another custom event. Gonna be close inventory. We want to do exactly the same, but this time we're gonna be the animation we wanted. The target is the widget, that's fine, but this one is yeah, the play mode, they wanna be reverse. We want to do it opposite. Also here the speed we wanted, for example we want to be more slow, we can do it here. So for me it's fine. And also we're gonna need the inventory size. You wanna here set visibility to visible in the open, of course. And here we want to do the same for this one, but this time we want to be collapse, but we want to be when this over, not exactly when this cover. So I think we have here how much there was, 1 second and something. So let's go here a delay. Let's put, for example, 1.5 to cover more than the supposed to, so we can go to collapse. Not too much because we don't need it. So let's see how they look. So let's go back to main character, and here when you press start, well, we can trigger it also, but it's better to start. So start, let's go here. Oh, we're gonna need a reference first to the HUD widget. Get the HUD widget, and here let's go open inventory. So we want to do this like this, but we only want to do it once. So we want to create a boolean for this because we want to maybe open the inventory when we are in the mission, probably, or they added something to the inventory, or we can open the inventory in the dialog, so that way we can do it automatically calling a function here. So for doing that, we want to create a variable. They want to say here open inventory. So they want to set get in here. Let's go branch. You can do here use a flip-flop. Like I said, I would like to call this event maybe in a different place. So I want to be sure is if it's open, they're gonna be closed. If it's closed, they're gonna be open, because it's a flip-flop. Sometimes you have to press twice if it was open to open again. So it's a really messy doing a flip-flop for this. So it's better to use a boolean for this. Also, we can avoid do stuff if the inventory is open. So I think they have more sense use a boolean for this. So if it's false, we want to open it, and if it is true, we want to close it. Right, so let's go close it inventory. So let's do like this. Also, let's do this more professional. Yeah, trust me, I am professional. Like I said, maybe. Okay, so let's collapse this stuff and call this inventory. So we have everything together and more clean at all. Yeah, so let's open the inventory. Let's put this out, because maybe we want to do more stuff here. So compile and save. So let's see. So let's go play. So now if I press I, you can see they open the inventory. If I press I again, oh, we have a problem here. Yes, because I don't set it correctly. So okay, so here let's set this to close is off, so it's false. If it's open, you want to be true. That's my bad, I forgot the basic steps. Okay, so let's go play. So again, if I press I, you can open the inventory. If I press again, they're gonna close it. If I using the gamepad, I press the back button, they're gonna open. I press it, they're gonna close it. So that's looking good. But when we have the inventory open, we can still moving and use the mouse. We don't want to do this. So let's go here, get the character movement. They're gonna be get. In here, we want to set movement mode. When this open, we want to be to walking, and if it's closed, we want to be when it's when it's closed, we want to be walking. If it's open, we want to be none. So this one gonna be here, and this one, let's put it like this, so let more clean. So let's see how they look. So let's go play. So if I press I, automatically I can move at all, but I still move the camera. So the camera, we're gonna need how they do that. So let's get player controller. We want to do is sec ignore look input. So we want to ignore it in here, so that's gonna be ignored. Yeah, here we want to reset it, reset ignore look input, so that way we can put it back when they belong. I think they have sense. Okay, so let's move this up. So let's see how they look. So let's go play. So if I press I, they're moving, and also I use my mouse, it don't do nothing at all. We can close this, and we can back everything, and also with the gamepad, if I using the back, I can move, I can use my look around. But if I press back, they're gonna be back, and I can move it again, so it's fine. So yeah, so now we have our inventory. So we can do here more stuff. For example, we can set it the game mode. So from here, we want to do that. Yes, so from here, let's drag it. It said set input mode. They're gonna be gain a UI. Why gain a UI? Because we want to use in the gamepad also. We want to be input for the game also if you want to use the gamepad. So if you don't use the gamepad at all, you can use input mode only UI, or UI only, I think we call it. So let's do like this. And also the widget to focus is, remember, hot widget, so we can drag it and we can do like this. Yep. Yes. And here we want to set this. No, sorry. So from here we want to set input mode. So bad. Input mode to game only. And we can still drag this with the set show mouse cursor. So we want to do this to off and here and here, and for now we want to use doing here to true, but we want to change this later to when we're using only if we're using the keyboard. If you're using gamepad, we don't want to show the mouse cursors, but for now it's okay. So let's see if to don't do this video so long. So let's go play. So now if I press E with my keyboard, it's still working. I can use all this stuff. Okay, so if I press E again, let's go back. So everything's perfect. Yeah, so I think this is really cool. So that's it. That's gonna be end for the first part of this series. So if you want to support me, you can go to my Ko-fi page and you can donate for just $1, or you can be a member if you want. You can have exclusive stuff. You can have, for example, the project file from this tutorial also, and also for the GTA and the Ender Runner tutorial. So like always said, thank you for watching, and I see you in the next video. So bye bye.